All right, we have clones attacking again. What clones are after us now? I think I know. Oh, we're just going to rip this up to get her out. Oh, I like it. Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. You'll never get that on your shirt. That is a super heavy. We've got, looks like a little cutout that for disengaging the liner lock, but the scale is proud of the liner. And you know, I believe that's real wood. It might be cheap wood, it might be bamboo, I don't know, but that's real wood inlays. This might be better than I think. Look, you got to listen. I think this might be worth it. This is, of course, a clone CEO knockoff. Now, let me tell you my thoughts. This right here isn't telling you it's a CRKT. This isn't telling you it's a whatever, or whatever. It's not claiming to be anybody. It's a blank box. It's a whatever. So even if the steel is inferior, I mean, it's a letter opener. It's not anything high end. So fit and finish and condition. I mean, other than this clip being so heavy, this is beautiful. Real wood, like I said, real wood inlays. Let's just, well, hold on. There we go. Look there. Look at that. Now it says D2. So I don't know if it's D2. It's a hollow ground blade. It is a jugger to no end. Now I can't disengage it with one finger. This is kind of like the blue aluminum handled CEO that I had. I don't know, maybe you'll see the review before this or after, I don't know. It is slightly canted towards the bottom, but I don't really care. I mean, the clip has a little bit of, I don't know, probably from the dipping or chroming process, I guess. The edges are rounded. It feels good in the hand. It's pretty long. I mean, you can see there, it's got some length to it. And that being rounded over like that, instead of just left sticking up, you don't really feel it in your hand. Now it's not deep carry, and so you'll see this much right here sticking up above. Now we're going to know it's a knife, but it could potentially make someone think it's a pen or whatever. It's an open design. You have a barrel spacer down here tied in. It looks like one of the pocket clip screws does double duty, and then you got a second pocket clip screw. So with that being the case, I would say, I mean, if you had to, you could probably flip this over to the other side. You just would not be able to put the second screw in there, and it would be tendency to move. But if you're adventurous, there is not going to make a difference if you drilled that and threaded it. And I'm going to tell you right now that the liner has a hole. 2 holes, exactly like what you have over here. It is the scale that doesn't have a hole. So I don't know if that's threaded or not. You pull this liner apart, take it off the scale, and if that's threaded, then all you have to do is drill a hole through right here, just above it. Take that scale off, lay this the side off, lay the scale on there, mark it with a pen, drill a hole, and then you can make this a left-handed. You can make this left-handed pretty easy, is what I'm trying to say, in a long-winded, drawn-out way. Rounded, smooth, no sharp corners. Outside, I mean, there is a few things with the pocket clip. Doesn't look, you know, well refined. The pocket clip does not match the knife. The knife is in so much better condition and finish than the pocket clip is. The only other issue is, and I don't know if you can notice it, but the liner just in here in this cutout section is kind of roughed. It was like it was an afterthought. So there's very little in this that I'm going to say is a negative. Actually, I'm saying this is a positive, a definite positive. Now, give it a flick because it's, I don't know. Let me see if I can tell. Oh my goodness. It is. This is on bearings. This is on bearings. Amazing. I'm just going to put some of our homemade lube on there. Why? Because I can. 2 drops on that side and 2 drops on that side, which is way more than what I would normally want to put on a knife. And I can already feel a little bit of a difference. I think those bearings would dry. And it looks, yeah, see, I'm not near about putting as much force on there now as I was. And I believe that the more you flip it, the more it's going to wear in. I would definitely recommend this. And let me tell you why. Because again, this blade is not a high-end blade that you're going to be using a whole bunch. In all honesty, it's a penknife. And you're going to use it for penknife things, opening letters. You might carve an apple or whatever. And even if it's not D2 steel, you sharpen that baby and you're good to go again. I mean, it's metal. You're not going to cut much. It's not going to dull that often because you're not going to use it a lot. So it's not a daily grinder to get whatever out of. Very pokey. That's a jugger all day long, whether it's dull or sharp. And so the most important thing at all with this right here is the fact that it is not pretending to be something else. So that's the other positive for it. This knife is a standalone Chinese. I may have clone in the description, but it's not a clone. It's a CEO is what it claims to be, but it's not claiming to be by a brand. So this is, I think I'm going to rename this Chinese CEO. Is what I'll rename this because it's not pretending to be something else. And that's what I love. To find something that's this nicely finished, smooth and everything. It's got some rough edges, but at the same time, it is really nice. Definite positive. So even with these rough edges, I feel like this knife can wear in. And I'm gonna flip and flop it a lot to see about wearing it in. Let's see. Yeah, it's just getting smoother and smoother. The edge feels super smooth. Kind of strange with this long of a blade. I don't really feel a burr. The edge bevel is not an even grind. It's slightly off. Looks like it's narrower through here and deeper towards the tip. Same thing here. When you look at the knife from the side, it looks like the tip's bent, but it's not. The tip is straight. But the tip down here, you can see is kind of veered to the left. So the edge bevel is not even per side. And I can see a slight discoloration right here. So they did overheat the tip. So the temper's been taken out on this blade. It's a hollow grind blade. Says it's D2. And chances are I would believe that. I think I have no reason not to. And like the other one, there's just not enough to get in here with one hand to disengage that liner lock. The liner lock has a ball detent. It definitely has a ball detent. That's nice. So there's a lot of positives to this knife. I really like it. I give it 2 thumbs up because, like I say, the only negatives to this knife is going to be the pocket clip. You can, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little rough on the edges. And I think that was because the pocket clip was not finished or tumbled correctly before it was dipped and plated in whatever it was plated in, because it looks like it was. And the only other issue is this liner. It's a little rough right here, but you could take this knife down and smooth that out. And I believe also that you can possibly even increase this a little. I'm going to do I think I'm going to do a little bit of operation on this to see if I can improve on it. I'm going to try to deepen this bevel right in here and kind of round the edges off to see if I can get my thumb down in there easier. Because like that wasn't completely opened, but that is all the way across, and I just can't push it no matter how hard I try, because I'm also catching on the outside scale. So definite plus. I like it. I was really surprised at the actual wood inlays. The scales, the fit, the finish is great. So if I come across anything unusual whenever I take this down to try to do a little bit of refinishing to it, I'll make another video out of it. Otherwise, all I'm going to do is take it down. I'm going to probably just secure these two, the liner and the scale together. Not sure how exactly yet, but some which way. And I will take a file and I'll cut this deeper because I have some small files. So I'll cut this deeper and then I'll take a rat tail and kind of fade in the edges on each side to make it a little bit more rounded. And so my goal is to come in about half of this edge right here. And I think that would give me a little bit more purchase. Like I said, this I think was an afterthought because that liner is barely notched and the scale actually comes out proud of that notching, which it does appear to be just minutely notched, but not enough. And so that will take care of one of my gripes with this knife. And then the only other thing will be the pocket clip. And the pocket clip is something that I'm not really going to fuss about it because I'm not going to carry it in my pocket. But at the same time, that if that clip was smoother and not having that rough finish on it, it would match the rest of this knife and be an A number 1 positive. So hollow grind, long, sharp, thick blade. Of course, the blade has issues. Tip's not finished. Tip was burnt. Temper's probably gone in it. Edge bevel's not perfect. It is hollow ground. So what can you expect? I don't remember what I paid for this, but it was less than $10. And this is what I got. So I'm very surprised, and I definitely recommend this one. If you see this knife right here on AliExpress, go ahead and get it. I think it's well worth it. The couple of things I pointed out, I think it would be very easy to adapt it to a left-hand carry, and it is definitely something that I think you're going to enjoy. So with that said, if you enjoy this kind of content, I'd ask that you would like and subscribe. And if not, I would ask that you would like and subscribe anyway, because you're eventually going to find something that you like. So I thank you. I appreciate you. I enjoyed spending time with you, and I'll see you on the next one. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.